morning. So we have a nice bright sun out today. Currently 12 degrees here in southeast Iowa, where we reside. After using the Jackery, our little Jackery, which is right here behind the panels. Of course, that's the back side, or the front side. This is the Jackery Explorer 240, 200 watt. I'll try not to too many times. It's not easy. There are professionals out there that are doing reviews, but this is my review. We used this during the power outage 2 nights ago. That was when we were getting the big snow. And again, hats off to the Alliant Energy linemen who went out, found the problem wherever it was at. I don't know. They fixed it. We were back online in an hour and a half. But that being said, it gave me an opportunity to put this little guy to use. And even though this is a small 200 watt Jackery, it was putting out enough power for me to easily run my CPAP machine. I have a ResMed CPAP. It's a little older. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles on it, but it does have humidity, which most CPAP people understand how important that is for you to not dry out while air is getting pumped into your lungs. And so that was encouraging to see that it would do that. It will also run a fan, like a pedestal fan that you use to keep cool, using about 60 watts. If you dialed it down to the slower speeds, it was using about 45 watts. I was able to do the same thing with my CPAP machine, kind of a compromise. If I dialed the humidity back, which is essentially nothing more than a heater underneath a reservoir of water, I was able to get from around 60 at the maximum setting down to about 40 watts, which of course would ensure that I would have sufficient power to use it through the night. So what I'm doing now is, this is my first opportunity to use the panels with bright sunshine and giving it a chance to recharge the way it's supposed to. I'm using the Solar Saga 60. I bought this as a package deal back before Christmas at a pretty good price. I don't think it's pretty good. I saw one today. There is just the solar generator right now. I think it's a 300. I don't remember the exact number, but they were trying to get me to buy it at about $300. We're not going to get another small one like this. The EB60, or excuse me, the EB70, my Blue Eddy, now when I brought it off the shelf and in to run both of our CPAP machines, it was doing that without any difficulty. So right now, in our today is January 16th, for those who care. The sun is pretty low on the horizon still, although it has begun its long march back to where it belongs, overhead, and summer days where vegetables are being grown in the garden. I can't wait for that to happen. Would much rather be standing out here in a t-shirt, but hey, it's Iowa. You dress appropriately and you're comfortable. Anyway, currently I'm at 47%, or excuse me, 47 watts according to the Jackery's display, and I started at 70% of battery power. Okay, so it's not all the way down. That was not the point of this. I want to get it recharged, and I don't want to have to use my expensive energy coming from the fine folks at Alliant Energy, because they charge a lot of money. And this has been plugged in for roughly the time it took me to set up my tripod and get my camera crooked. Here, I'll stand like this. Is that better? Well, anyway, it's not important. If you're still watching, it's because you're probably a family member, and kudos to you, bro. So I'm already at 73%. So in the course of about 15 minutes, this cat's already, with 47 watts going in, it's already got me up to 73%. I'm kind of impressed. I don't know about you. If you're watching this, your life is probably pretty dull because, let's face it, there's more polished YouTubes you could be watching right now. But at least mine's honest and upfront, and nobody's paying for this. I bought this with the money that I earned. So there's a lot of them out there that get free stuff sent to them. That's not me. So what I tell you is the God honest truth right here. This looks like a nice little package. I could have this in my car, in my truck, the old beater, the S10 1998 super truck that hauls scrap metal to the Central Metals, and that's more, you've seen those videos, or maybe you haven't, but go back in the history and look at some of my scrapping videos. Anyway, I could put the panels and the Jackery behind the seat on my truck, and it'd be there ready if I needed power, if I was remote. The Jackery, this little guy doesn't weigh that much, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So it's a good combination. We're going to let the sun do its job, and I hope you enjoyed this brief review and some of the details of what we went through recently and how it was employed. It'd be pretty handy to have out in your with you. This little guy could run a air compressor if it's 12 volt. It also has one AC plug-in, pure sine wave, and also 2 ports for a USB. So it has it's a handy guy. They didn't waste any space with a flashlight. They probably figure if you're prepared that you're carrying one in your pocket, or you have some kind of a flashlight. I'm not sure how worthwhile they are. I know they come on some of the bigger models. And if you're trying to hook up lines and power, I suppose that would be a good thing in the dark. So, but not on this model. It's pretty basic, and basic is good. So, talk to you later. Hope you're living life tenaciously. Love God, love your family, and love your country as long as it doesn't go south on you. And remember, the Bible does not say we're not supposed to be practicing civil disobedience when our country has become corrupt. We have to stand on the wall and shout the truth until they shut us up. And that's what you've done. Resist. It's time to resist because your liberties are being infringed upon. Have an awesome day. Okay, so to add to the story on the Jackery and its performance, you see right now we're at 42. We had some high clouds develop, and of course some contrails. We all know what that's about. And oh, it's ice crystals. Yeah, why some and not all? Anyway, the sycamore tree that is my front tree, my favorite tree out front there. It's a dirty tree, but it grows well, and it has big leaves, and I like it. Anyway, it was, for a while, it was a factor as well. And now we're seeing the sun starting to clear that. It's going to have little impact. I've moved the table a little bit, you know, so we're trying to track the sun. I'm the human tracking device, but we've got this building back over here. The more they fly over, the heavier the cloud cover begins to get. But back over there, it looks like blue sky. But at 90% now, I think within another hour or so, if we maintain this 38, 40, somewhere in there, it ought to be done. Then I might try plugging in the Blue Eddy. We'll see.